Hey guys, it's your girl Tyra Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Zatima on BET Plus. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And I want to first start by saying, y'all know I love me some Zatima, right? Y'all know I was so happy when Tyler Perry announced that he was going to do the spinoff, because I may have been the first person to coin Zatima. And I coined Zatima after the first shower sex scene. That's when they became Zatima to me. So it pains me to see what he's doing to this couple. Like, for once, Tyler Perry, can you develop a series where there's an actual healthy couple? And maybe the couples around them aren't healthy, so that we can like see what it looks like to be in a healthy relationship, because this is like crazy what you are doing to these characters now. Let me get into it. Okay, so Fatima now acting like she don't like sex. That was lame. You know, the shower scene where she's like rolling her eyes like, really? How did we get here? Y'all have not been together that long for you to be acting like this is too much. And then for Zach to act like he just has to have it 5 or 6 times a day. Since when? You need to work more, bro. You're not working enough if you feel like you need to bust that many nuts in one day. I'm just saying. That's lame. Like, he's got them looking so lame to me. To me. I don't like it. And then she gonna offer him a side chick in the form of a pocket thing that you masturbate with. Supposed to feel like her hoo-ha. Listen, I was totally with Zach when he was like, why would I do that when I can do that? Exactly. Like, they need to like have a conversation, come to a happy medium. He needs to understand when it's okay and when it's not. She needs to be more willing to give. You know, this man got a high sex drive, so you knew what you were signing up for when you got with him. I don't know why he's acting undersexed and you acting oversexed, but y'all need to figure that out. Because I don't like it. I don't like that storyline at all. It's lame to me. Don't like it. Okay, so let's get to Angela and Fatima at work. Fatima realizing that she has got a flat tire. And Angela's going to have to take her home. As they are deciding this, Fatima's trying to get the tire off of the car so that she can take it and get a new tire. Some guy comes up and he offers to fix the tire for her. Says he knows somebody that has a tire shop and he can have it fixed and put on there tomorrow or whatever. And she's like, no, that's okay. And he's like, no, I insist. Let me go ahead and do this for you. And Angela's like, okay, go ahead and let him do it. And he was like, well, do y'all need a ride home? And she was like, yes. And Fatima was like, no, because you drove. And she's like, oh, that's right. I'm like, Angela, why are you throwing yourself at this man? He's clearly keeps trying to make eye contact with Fatima. I don't like that. Women, don't do that. If you are there with your homegirl and there's an attractive guy or a guy that you find attractive and you're trying to talk to him and he keeps making eye contact with your homegirl, he don't want you, boo. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Get in your lane. Don't embarrass yourself. He sees you, but he sees that, and that's what he wants to look at. Okay? It's all right. It's okay. Don't be desperate. It's very unbecoming. Okay? But Angela, the one thing she did tell Fatima that I did agree with is that she shouldn't be trying to change her tire. She should be calling her man. Yes, Zach would have come and changed the tire for you, and that was part of his problem. Because she mentions it, you know, oh, there's a guy, yeah, he's fixing my tire. Yeah, it went... She knew she was wrong when she said, let it come out of her mouth. You never even called your man to tell your man that your tire was flat, but you're going to let another man take your tire and get it fixed? Oh, you was out of line, Fatima. You knew you was out of line. You knew you was out of line. And the way Angela's sitting here trying to make you keep your options open, I don't like that. She doesn't need to be your friend. Here's the thing. If you are in a relationship and you are happy in your relationship and there's no reason for you to not be in that relationship, you cannot allow your friends to break your relationship up. You cannot allow your friends to put bugs in your ear to turn you away from your man, especially if they ain't happy. Especially if they lonely. Especially if they love life is in shambles. Like, you can't take advice from everybody. And sometimes you just got to look at what's going on to understand who's your friend and who's not. And I'm telling you, Angela is not a friend to Fatima at this point. I think she's mad and resentful of Fatima because her man kissed her boyfriend. Well, no, her boyfriend tried to kiss Fatima's man. And now she don't want to be with her boyfriend anymore. And she really thought he was into her. Girl. So, I just really do not like Angela And I don't like what she's bringing to this season. I don't like the doubt she keeps trying to put in Fatima said, are you sure, girl? What the hell? Is that their favorite line? What the hell? 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 Every freaking line was what the hell. I wish I could write down how many times he has them say what the hell in this series, because I'm just gonna rename it Zatima, what the hell? Because that's what it might as well be named. So I do want to talk about Zach on the first 2 episodes when he did get a visit from his brother at the barbershop. Basically, the brother, no good, nothing, that he gave $10,000 to last season. He basically wants Zach to come and see their mother because their mother's been asking about him and wants to know why he hasn't been to see her. And Zach is like, are you serious? Y'all wasn't worried about me when I was broke. And it's true. They wasn't worried about him when he was broke, but now all of a sudden they care and they want to see him. Of course you do. Of course you do. And so we did get a good look at Zach's background and probably why he's had such a tumultuous time with females, because he doesn't have a healthy relationship with his mother at all. So he finally does go to his mother's place. It's at the projects. His brother's selling drugs right there in front of them. His mother sitting there grilling him, giving him the 3rd degree, talking about, yeah, I see you got your girlfriend a nice car and you got a nice house and you got all this money and you don't even come around here. Well, y'all wasn't checking for me when I was homeless. And apparently they were very abusive towards Zach when he was growing up. So he's got a lot of trauma from his childhood, which is probably why he was so into Karen for so long, because she was such a toxic female, always talking down on him, just like I can see his mother did. So that's why he was so drawn to Karen for so long, because a lot of times we, that broken parent is who we actually look for to complete us, in our love lives. So I definitely felt, bad for Zach, and he had my heart during that episode. And basically his mother got him to eventually take her to the store, and he was like, well, I'll go in and get what you need. She was like, you don't trust me? He was like, no, I don't. She was like, you can give me the money and I can go in there and get it myself. You don't have to go. And he said, I'm going in the store with you. So basically she's like, well, give me the money in my hand. And he was like, no, I will pay. Basically he gives her the $100. So he's walking with her. She's like, I don't need you to follow me. So he's walking, and then all of a sudden this chick named Connie come up. That's somebody from his past that I guess he had a really, really hot and steamy relationship with. And Connie's coming on super strong, being extra. He tells her he's engaged. She don't care. But you remember how we did it, Zach. You know how we got Zach. But you know how it is with us, Zach. But Zach, it's always been like that between us, Zach. What are you doing? What you mean? Come here. All of that then distracted this man, and his mama then snuck out the back. Listen. Zach finally got away from Connie and realized his mama was gone. Man, had killed him. He left out, ran from Connie, got in the car. When he got home, he was talking to Fatima, and he was telling her, and he started crying. And he was talking about a time when his mother left him in the store when he was younger, and he couldn't find her nowhere. He looked everywhere, couldn't find her, went to the back of the store, saw her on her knees doing what she needed to do for that bump. So he felt like it was deja vu all over again, and she took him down memory lane. So it ended real sad last week, and I was just like, wow, that's really deep. And if you grew up in the crack era like I did, there's a lot of stories like that. A lot of, broken homes because of drugs. So, and Zach's is no different. So that kind of tells you a little bit about where he comes from. Now, mind you, he does take a lot of verbal abuse from these people, and his brother likes to throw in his face that he went to jail for him, which we found out today that he was doing the same stuff Zach was doing, but he just got caught and he didn't tell on Zach. So he didn't really go to jail for you, bro. You just went to jail and you didn't snitch. So you don't get no cookies for that. He already gave you $10,000. What more do you want, bro? And then Zach today telling his homeboys that he feel like he owes his family. You don't owe them nothing. You don't owe them anything. Just like they didn't owe you nothing when you was homeless and down and out. You don't owe them anything. And they're not going to do anything but waste your money. Your mother's going to smoke it up, if not overdose. And your brother's going to, keep on doing what he's doing, but being he's just, I don't like him at all. Nothing about him that I like at all. Nothing. And then we got And I just want to talk about Deja, always Deja. And, oh my God, I'm so hurt, Zach. It's because she did this to me, Zach. And blah, 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 Zach. And blah, 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 help me, Zach. Oh my God. Fatima just basically, don't help her. Get in this car. Don't you help her. And Fatima going over there, taking that girl's groceries and throwing up against the wall. I hollered. I said, don't bowl her. She said, you done broke my damn wine. So extra. I can't. Deja, she gets on my nerves, but I'm just really tripping on how she's being extra vocal these days when she know Madam will come over there and handle her. It's like she forgot that and Madam is even Fatima's cousin. Very weird, right? Okay, so Paul does come back with the tire, and Zach didn't like it at all. He gets out of the car, acts super insecure, and basically Fatima thanks the man for the tire and asked him what she owes him. And he was like, oh, nothing, it was my pleasure. And he was like, excuse me, what do you mean nothing? Now, you ain't just gonna be going around here, fixing tires and stuff. He's like, what you mean nothing? He was like, yeah, she gonna pay you. He was like, no, seriously, it was my pleasure to help this beautiful day. Chill with the compliments. I said, Zach, calm down, please, calm down. And so Fatima, he was like, no, seriously. He's like, nah, you won't. Zach pulls his wallet out. He's like, let me see what I got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7. There. You good now. You've been paid. I said, Zach is dumb. Now, why he would throw that money in that man's face, I don't know. But Fatima was like, oh, my God. So they leave, and Zach and Fatima are left there, and she's just like, I cannot believe you would do that, Zach. Are you going to leave this money? He was like, it's yours, take it. She walks away from it. He gets out of the car, picks the $7 up. And I'm just like, but he's frustrated because he feels like he should be frustrated because she was wrong. You don't let some man fix your car and not tell your man about it until after the fact, period. And especially knowing what you know now. Okay, so she's at work trying to do her job, and the construction people, which is the guy who, Paul, it's his construction company. She goes out there and asks them to hold it down because her boss is on a conference call and can't hear. And so he was like, okay, we'll try to hold it down. She leaves to go back in the building. He's like, well, I'm gonna follow you. And so he follows her like, why? Like I didn't like that scene. Nothing about that scene that I liked. So she gets in the elevator. He gets on behind her. They're talking. And then the elevator gets stuck. Of course it gets stuck. And they're having this conversation. And he's telling her about how he used to be in the military and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I have exes. She was like, well, are you single, married, or straight? And she was basically like, I'm straight and I'm single. And she asked him about Angela. And he was like, who? She was like, my friend. She's like, nah, she's not my type. I wonder why. And she said, well, what is your type? He was like, both. He said, I like a certain type of woman, and my last 2 girlfriends look like they came from the same family. She's like, oh yeah, well, what do they look like? And he was like, you. Girl, that's when you're supposed to be like, okay, I'm done talking. I am engaged. Stop talking to me. Please, stop talking to me, sir. But she was, of course, acting out flattered and whatnot. And he was just like, you are very beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, you would never have the opportunity to make me happy or whatever, whatever, whatever. And when you know it, he's calling to get the elevator fixed. They said they're working on it. If family opens up, the elevator jilts. She falls over. He catches her. Zach's right there like, what the heck? He gets in the elevator and he's going off. He's like, why was you on your knees when I get... She's like, I was not on my knees. She's trying to explain to him. He ain't trying to hear it. Dude's just sitting back like, yeah, this is the idiot you said that is so good to you or whatever. And dude, eventually gets tired because Zach's like, he's got light eyes. He's lying to you. He probably want to put the nail in your tire. And I believe he did too. I don't know. For some reason, I believe he did because he knew exactly who Fatima was. He knew who Angela was. And he admitted that he don't even park right there. So how did you know to come there when they would have been getting off? To offer to do this tire, Jose, come on now. Zach is not crazy. He absolutely set that thing up. And, dude him Zach up and was like, look, I'm sure you used to street fights, but I'm trained in a whole lot of other ways. And he was like, let him go. Let him go. Let him go. You ain't letting him go, though. But Fatima, I thought you was bad. You're supposed to go upside his head, I thought. I thought you was tough. But you ain't that tough, huh? I see what this is. And so, he eventually lets Zach go, and Zach apologizes, and he apologizes, and, they go to shake hands, and Zach headbutts him and knocks him out, basically. And he's all on the ground like this. And they get off the elevator because the door finally opens, and they get off, and Fatima's basically like, Zach, why did you do that? And, you know, blah, 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 same old song and dance. What the hell? 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 Okay, so okay, and so we see, so when he leave, okay, so when Zach leaves Fatima, he's headed to go and try to shoot some basketball because he's frustrated, he's upset, and he feels disrespected. He gets there, his boys are there, but of course they got a plan. And that one, I cannot stand him, the tall, skinny, married one, I can't think of his name because it ain't worth thinking of. But he gonna call Connie over to the basketball court. And Zach standing there like a little baby, like he didn't know what was going on, holding the ball in front of his junk, you know, trying to hide his erection from her. Like, dude, like, what's really going on? I don't even like this. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I hope I can make it through the rest of the season. But if it's this lackluster, and if he's just gonna ruin the characters just to be ruining them, I don't want no parts. I need Tyler Perry to show us a healthy black couple in a drama series. Like, can you do that? Why is everybody so ate up all the time? Gosh, I don't like it at all. And so, you know, he finally gets away from Connie. He tells his friends that they did wrong, and he leaves to go home. Fatima's on her way home, and you know, she had went to the bar with Angela. Fatima went to the bar with Angela, and they were talking or whatever, and she was trying to tell her about the incident with Paul and Zach, and Angela was kind of letting her know that she knew all about it, and she's like, well, what do you know? And she's like, well, there's a video. And basically what Angela fluffy self did was she took the video with Paul, him, and Zach up, and Zach headbutting Paul, knocking him down. And she gave it to Belinda, of all people. Belinda that wants Zach, Belinda that tried to backstab Fatima, Belinda, yeah, that Belinda. And I just want her to know, what makes you think Belinda won't try to cross you the same way she crossed Fatima? She is not the type of person that you keep around. I don't care how long you've known them. Why do people put time above morale, above the way a person treats them? I'm never going to do that. If you treat me bad, I don't care how long we've been around. I believe you now. You don't like me, and hey, deuces. So why it is that, you know, Angela feels like she needs to keep Fatima and Belinda together, I don't know. She needs to let that go because Belinda ain't no good. And she needs to know that she ain't no good for her either. So Fatima got a phone call after she left. But she left when she found out, when she told her, when Angela told her that she gave Belinda the video, Fatima was rightfully mad. I wanted her to be more mad than what she was, but she left Angela sitting there as well she should have. Then Angela's sitting there drinking all those alcoholic beverages. Girl, you know what they made of. You need to stop. Anyway, moving along. She's on her way home, and she gets a phone call from her mother. Her mother's like, why you haven't been here in 3 weeks? What's going on? I hear you tell me about this guy, Zach, but now all of a sudden, and how's she gonna say they've been together a year? Like, these timelines just ain't making no sense. These timelines ain't timelining, okay? But she said they've been together about a year, but, you know, her mother was like, well, you haven't been to see me, and why haven't you been home? Because I've been sending a care package there, and it's been returned 3 times, and I called your landlord, and your landlord gave me your forwarding address. Landlord, Fatima owned her. She's supposed to own that condo, remember? It was a condo. It was not an apartment. Why is she saying landlord? Tyler, this is the stuff I don't like. This is the stuff I don't like. Like, how can you not remember what you write? How can you not remember? How can you not have somebody to go back and proofread what you write so that the scripts all align? I've never seen any writing so flagrantly off. And it just be small stuff, but it just, come on, man. It don't make no sense. So Fatima was like, okay, I'll be there. Basically, her mother was like, I want to set up a dinner, and I'm thinking this weekend. And Fatima was like, okay, Ma, I'll come. And, you know, Fatima's just been real stressed, of course. And of course, her mother's on her way to Fatima's house because she got the Ford in the dress. Why not go and see her daughter, right? So Zach gets home, and of course, here goes Deja in. And I don't know why Zach just don't understand. Leave that girl alone. Whatever she got going on, ignore her. Get your butt in that house and leave her where she is. No, Zach got to be a dummy. He want to go over there and try to help the girl. Now you're going to pick her up. You literally picked her up. You really thought it was a really good idea for you to pick her up. Zach, I could have drop kicked you. Especially after she done told you that some dude dropped her. That's where her neck and her back got messed up. It wasn't from what Fatima did. It's from what that dude did. And she's really trying to play you. And it looks like you're going to let her. So you picks her up. And who pulls up? Fatima's mama. He ain't never even met the lady. So the lady gets like, they was like, who is that? And he was like, I don't know. And the lady pulls in. And he was like, can I help you? She's like, are you Zach? And he was like, yes. And she's like, who are you? She said, I'm Fatima's mama. And he drops her. Drops Deja right on the ground. She said, you dropped me. As well he should have. You should have walked on your own, quit acting all, how'd you get the groceries in the car? How'd you get them in the car if you can't get them out? I'm sick of it. Deja, you're doing too much. Doing too much. And now Zach's sitting there looking stupid because he done met his future mother-in-law holding another woman in his arms. And how you going to explain that to Fatima? It's crazy. It's crazy. And then it kind of went off and that was about it. The only other thing is we did see Bryce, and Bryce kind of got mad at Zach because Zach told Fatima that he kissed him. Like, what you I'm going to tell my truth. And he was like, well, it was just a kiss. You acting like I killed your mom. What you say about my mama? I felt sorry for Bryce up until he did all that. When he got mad, like it's just a kiss. No, you don't say it's just a kiss. With straight men, that's a big deal. You don't do that. It's not just a kiss when it's a straight man. And he don't want to kiss another man. Period. So no, it's not just a kiss. So I definitely didn't feel sorry for Bryce. And I don't feel sorry for Angela because I feel like she deserves to get her heart broken because she ain't doing nothing but sitting there trying to break her friend up from a happy relationship. I don't like it. And I don't like her, telling her business to Belinda, knowing Belinda don't, that they ain't rocking. You don't do that. If you're going to be friends with both, you have to keep it separate. There is no talking about Belinda around Fatima. There's no talking about Fatima around Belinda. So this season is just like, I don't like it so far. I hope it gets better. I can only pray it gets better because if it doesn't, I'm not going to be reviewing it. I have no problem not reviewing it. Okay? So let us pray together that it gets better. And I'll be back next week, hopefully. If it's not triggering, I'll be back next week to review again. So again, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. I haven't given anything away in a while. I think I wanted to do one for St. Patrick's Day, but I kept forgetting. So I'm going to think of something for April. And I'll let you guys know how you can win. It'll be something simple like the last time. So stay tuned. All right? And if you ain't the subscribing type, you know what? You got to the end of this video. And that's more than I can ask of anybody. So thank you very much. Okay? And that is my $5.02. Peace.